Puppy Love Valentine. January 17th. Julia awoke to the feel of a cold, wet nose poking her in the face. She opened one eye to stare at her adorably cute 8-month-old golden retriever puppy, Maisey, who was, unfortunately, the earliest riser on the face of the planet. It seemed puppies didn't grasp the concept of sleeping in on weekends. She scratched Maisey's ears and was rewarded with excited little puppy kisses all over her face. She laughed and sat up. Okay, I'm getting up. Maisey sat in front of her, tail wagging with unrestrained excitement. Julia had slept on the couch again the night before. Maisey seemed to like it better, and there was no reason to actually sleep in her own bed. Not like some hot, hunky man was waiting for her to curl up with him. Hadn't been for way too long. Ah, well, at least she had her pup. Maisey bounded after Julia as she made her way to the kitchen and poured some food into a bowl. You're lucky you're so damned cute, you know. She put the bowl on the floor and glanced at the clock. 6:15 in the morning. Who was up at this hour on a Saturday? She tried letting Maisey out in the yard and sneaking in a little nap until the sun was actually up. But Maisey was having none of it. The minute Julia lay back down on the couch, Maisey jumped up and started licking her face again. Julia laughed. How could she be mad at a creature that was so damned cute and lovable? All right. You win. What should we do? Half an hour of wrestling around on the floor and playing chase down the hallway with the ball had calmed Maisey a bit, but it was clear she wanted more. Julia glanced at her. You want to go to the dog park? Maisey started barking excitedly and running around in circles, chasing her own tail. I'll take that as a yes. Julia got ready in about 5 minutes. It was just the dog park, not like she had to look amazing or anything. A simple brush through the hair and change from her pajamas did the trick. The whole time, Maisey sat in the bathroom doorway watching her, big brown puppy eyes following Julia's every movement, little puppy tail thumping happily back and forth. Ready? Julia asked. Maisey ran to the front door and grabbed her leash off the hook on the wall. She ran around the living room, shaking her head, tossing the leash from side to side. You know we can't actually leave until I get that on you, don't you? Julia put her hand out and Maisey dropped the leash at her feet, waiting. Julia shook her head. Maisey was absolutely incorrigible, and with those big brown eyes, she could get away with pretty much anything she wanted. The dog park was great, completely fenced in so the dogs could run free. It had a stream running through the south end, and a large grassy area for the dogs to run around together. This time of year, it was more snow than grass, but the dogs still loved it. Julia nodded and smiled at the handful of other hardy souls that were already there playing with their dogs. She recognized most of them from her prior visits. It was usually the same old crowd, about 60% single older women, and 40% men who were married or in relationships and had been assigned puppy entertainment duty. Every once in a while, an actual couple would show up, but Julia had yet to meet a single guy in the 4 months she'd been bringing Maisey there. She sauntered along behind Maisey as the pup raced along the fence, chasing after a squirrel who'd been stupid enough to venture into the doggy domain. Well, maybe not so stupid. The little creature stopped and chittered at Maisey, its tail twitching as it watched her try to scale a tree with no success. Julia shook her head. That squirrel was having way too much fun. A little ball of black fur ran up to her. Well, hello there. How are you? She asked, crouching down to pet the wiggling ball of excitement. The puppy stretched, trying to lick her face, but couldn't quite reach. That didn't stop it from continuing to try as it wiggled and cried in excitement. Julia laughed. Calm down, little one. It's okay. She scratched behind the puppy's ears, glancing around for its owner. A man stumbled his way towards her, his tennis shoes slipping and sliding on the snow. He was attractive in a middle-aged man sort of way. Not stunning, but still in shape, with wrinkles on his face from smiling, not frowning, and a full head of light brown hair and blue eyes. A man she could be interested in.